A frightening situation for two Franklin County firefighters heading out on a call as their fire truck turns over. The story coming up. A Kentucky judge gives a man 60 days in jail for using a racial slur in his courtroom. We'll show you the video ahead. And the once popular tourist attraction, Funtown Mountain, is headed for foreclosure auction. Details on that coming up.
This is WKYT News at 4:30.
Good afternoon. Sam Dick and Jennifer Palumbo reporting. Two first responders were the ones who needed help when their fire truck crashed in central Kentucky.
The Franklin County Sheriff says the firefighters were responding to a call when the driver veered off the road, then overcorrected yesterday morning, causing the truck to flip onto its side. WKYT's Michelle Chamberlain has more on the firefighters' injuries in our top story at 4:30.
Franklin County Fire Chief Kevin Hutcherson says he's thankful two of the county's firefighters are okay today after their fire truck overturned while on an emergency call.
Every day is an adventure when you're a first responder.
These pictures you see are from early Wednesday morning when the two firefighters were heading down Twilight Trail. The driver of the truck dropped over the shoulder, overcorrected, resulting in nearly a 50,000-pound truck overturning. Franklin County Sheriff Pat Melton says the two firefighters were treated in the hospital, and other than scrapes and bruises, they are fine. He says they're lucky the outcome wasn't worse.
All of a sudden, you got to make that run, and you never know what you're going into. They're very, very fortunate. That's a huge piece of equipment going down the road, and fortunately, they're okay, and that's, at the end of the day, that's the most important thing.
Sheriff Melton believes the fire truck is a loss, but won't be sure until the insurance company gets involved. In Franklin County, Michelle Chamberlain, WKYT.
The overturned truck is one of 6 active fire engines in Franklin County Fire Department. There are 4 reserved engines if needed. Well, it is a really nice day in the bluegrass, sunny skies and mild temperatures.
It's beautiful. Wish it would last a while, but enjoy it while you can, because big changes coming our way for the weekend. Rain and snow possible. Let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey and some cold temperatures.
Yeah, we're going to get a lot colder as we go into the weekend. That transition really settles in, then kicks into high gear as we go into next week. Short term, though, you mentioned how nice things are out there. Look at the numbers, low 50s into most of central and eastern Kentucky, and that's a sky that is also giving us a fair amount of sun throughout the day with a little bit of cloud cover starting to creep on in from southwest to northeast. Defender Radar Network showing that band of clouds getting into parts of central and southern Kentucky right now, being pushed by an area of low pressure that is out across the plain states. That moisture supply yesterday at this time, we were tracking across parts of Texas and Oklahoma. Right now, it's pushing into the Mississippi Valley and heading toward Kentucky. Not so much this evening. Get out and enjoy it. Quick drop into the 40s. We may briefly drop into the upper 30s for a while late this evening, and then as cloudy skies take over, rains will begin to develop overnight. That will come after the midnight hour. A few showers for Friday, rain to some snow before the weekend is over. Then it is Arctic cold and snow that will take center stage as we go into the second full week of January. A frigid, once we get past the next few days, 7-day forecast coming up in less than 10 minutes.
It's not the first time talk of legalizing marijuana has made its way to Frankfort. 2 bills were introduced this session, one for medical marijuana, the other for recreational use of the illegal drug. The author of the recreational bill says his ultimate goal is to get medical marijuana passed this session. One former U.S. congressman has started a group working to join the 23 other states that have already made medical marijuana legal.
It's about allowing people the opportunity to use something that millions are using already, legally in 23 states, illegally here. It's time to bring them out of the shadows.
It's a gateway drug, and I'm not at all convinced that that's not the reality we have, and it bothers me and it gives me a lot of concern to make it any more accessible and available for abuse than it already is.
Sam Dick is at the live desk with investigative reporter Miranda Combs with more on the story that she's working on for 6. Sam?
Thank you, Jennifer. So, Miranda, the state senator who is filing a bill for recreational marijuana really just wants medical marijuana passed.
Right, Sam. We're talking about Senator Perry Clark out of Louisville. He's tried for the past 3 years to get medical marijuana passed here in Kentucky. It hasn't worked, hasn't even made it to the floor. So he's going to swing for the fences this time, so to speak, and go with recreational marijuana, which pretty much would open it up to anyone who can drink alcohol.
But yet, every time it comes up, there's opposition, right?
Right. And, you know, like they said, like we said earlier, 23 states have legalized medical marijuana. They feel like it's time for us to jump on board as well. But senators like Whitney Westerfield, who we saw there, is very against it. He was a prosecutor back in Hopkinsville. He saw the results of marijuana on the roadways and has big concerns about it. So there's still a lot of opposition.
You actually ran into someone at the Capitol who uses marijuana illegally every day?
He's a quadriplegic, and he says that's the only thing that works for him, that he can't take narcotics, he can't take pain pills, but marijuana works for him, and he's tired of being treated like a criminal. You'll hear more from him coming up at 6.
All right, most people have an opinion on this subject, and we'll have much more of Miranda coming up on WKYT at 6 o'clock. Jennifer?
Thank you, Sam. A Kentucky man facing drug charges got an extra 60 days in jail for something he shouted at the judge. Connie Leonard explains.
It's disrespectful. Don't ever do it again.
What had Jefferson Circuit Judge Olu Stevens so mad? This. Those words spoken just outside the courtroom Monday as defendant Adam Satterley had his bond revoked on drug charges. He stepped out of Stevens' courtroom to be taken into custody when he shouted the racial slur. The N-word clearly heard inside the courtroom. Judge Stevens took a breath, saying, and that's how the new year starts. The judge let it go for a minute. Satterley's attorney got his belongings and even walked out. Then the judge asked deputies to bring Satterley back in.
Is there something that you wish to say to me?
No, it's my brother.
Oh, was that to your brother? Because I heard you say a racial epithet.
No, I didn't mean it like that.
Oh, you didn't mean it like that?
No.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm going to hold you in contempt of court for having said that. And you don't speak those words in here. Yes, and that word particularly, yes, you don't use that word. I'm going to give you 60 days for having used that word.
Satterley in contempt of court gets 60 days.
The judge certainly has the right to cite that person with contempt of court.
Dr. Joseph Wirt, a dean at Indiana University Southeast who teaches a constitutional law class, says not all speech is free. He says courtroom proceedings demand decorum and respect. And in this case, the judge's action goes much further than one hearing.
It not only punishes the individual who doesn't respect the court, but it also sends a message to others that when they come into court, they have to respect that as well.
Judge Stevens, as we've reported, has been in a battle with Commonwealth attorney Tom Wine over jury selection. Wine cried foul after Stevens claimed publicly that Wine liked all-white juries. About a dozen attorneys we talked to have no problem with Stevens' actions in this case.
Oh, was that to your brother?
Yesterday, Judge Stevens suspended the man's 60-day sentence to 1 day, but not until the defendant apologized for his actions in court.
The fate of a once popular tourist attraction in Kentucky is uncertain. A Barron County judge has ordered Funtown Mountain in Cave City be sold at foreclosure auction. According to court documents, a company owned by a Louisville businessman owes about $270,000 in principal, interest, and other fees. Funtown Mountain was destroyed over Labor Day weekend. It was shut down shortly after for code violations.